Good evening and welcome back to Open Road's new Italian cinema. Tonight's film is La Leggenda di Kaspar Hauser by Davide Manuli. I would like to tell you that there will be a very brief 1-minute intermission right in the half of the film. So don't panic if the lights go on. It's just 1 minute. And after the end of the film, there will be a Q&A with the director. Thank you and enjoy the film.
Davide Manuli. Davide, begin please by telling us how the project began. What were your first thoughts and how did you organize this material?
My first thoughts were everything started from the movie before this that was called Beckett, and it was a movie on the absurdity of life of the world of Samuel Beckett. And the movie was shot in Sardinia with a few characters and with the same kind of photography, big lenses, few characters. And I had Kaspar Hauser in my room since 20 years. So I thought it's the moment to write Kaspar Hauser, since there is a continuity between the absurdity of life that Samuel Beckett tells during his career and the nonsense of the existence of Samuel Beckett. So I wanted to shift from absurdity to nonsense.
And how much of the film was actually written out and how much was put together while you were there?
No, let's say it was everything was in between. Everything was written, but then we made a few changes. Yeah, but let's say that if there is improvisation on specific writing, never free improvisation.
Yeah. And finally, let me ask you, where do you see this film fitting into? I mean, for me, it's an incredibly original work, but I'm wondering, what do you see as its antecedents, or who are filmmakers or films that perhaps you see this film being in the line of?
In the past?
Yeah. Or present, you know, contemporaries?
When in the past, well, for sure, can be Jarmusch, Kaurismäki, or can be I can say all the one I like. Yeah, Wenders, Antonioni, a lot I like.
Okay, let me get some questions from all of you. Don't be shy. Yes, sir. Why Sardinia?
Sardinia because it's a region that has multiple geology and nature in a small let's say you have you have deserted region, and also you can have not only desert but few difference in within just a few kilometers. And if you go, let's say, in Calabria or Sicily or Puglia, you can have desert, but not with the variety that Sardinia has.
Yeah, talk about your collaboration with Vitalik.
Yeah, collaboration was. I searched for Vitalik while we were trying to find the funds. So we took 3 years to find the funds to make the movie, and I contacted Vitalik 2 years before, and actually it was there were 2 tracks I know I was going to use before the movie, but then all the other tracks was a little risky in the sense that Vitalik hasn't seen the movie yet, so he has the DVD, but he's too busy to see it. Really.
So
He sent he sent me by email some MP3, and I was praying that the music was going to work, because I had actually I was going to pay him for the music, and we had a contract, and if this music wouldn't have worked, I couldn't have asked him to do other music.
So you were the one who placed the music. He had nothing to do with where each piece went in the film.
No, I always do like this. Yeah.
Okay. Yes, sir. I'm sorry? Could you talk about the use of languages?
Well, the use of languages is something I also. This is my third movie. In all my movies, I try to mix a little bit. In this one, was a little more difficult because everything was not on purpose, but also we had a problem with the Ministry of Culture in Italy, which financed the movie, and didn't like at all the idea of having subtitles. This is really an exception in Italy. Everything is dubbed, and subtitles are not accepted. The idea was actually Vincent Gallo was going to play two roles, so with Vincent we decided that one of the things that we were going to work to differentiate the characters was also the different languages. Then I am saying that he worked out. I mean, he did some little things that for me are really good, like when the donkey man comes and he says, normally is the pusher who has to speak Italian, but then the sheriff also, when the donkey man comes, attenzione, when he's on the motorbike, grazie. So normally he should have spoken English, but then he said something in Italian, and I like that very much.
Yes. How did you choose the actress who plays Kaspar Hauser?
Yeah, Kaspar Hauser normally. I wanted to find a Russian contortionist from circus a year before shooting, but then this Russian contortionist couldn't go out of Russia because he had some legal problems, and we were going closer to the shooting, and I didn't have the Kaspar Hauser, so I was very worried because I think that the movie works on a very let's say easy and alchemist level, very difficult. I mean, it's there is something in that it works, but you just need a little bit that goes off, and it sucks. It could be very bad. So I think it's good that it worked, and Kaspar Hauser was everything turns around Kaspar Hauser. So if, 2 months before shooting, I thought of a theater show that I saw in 2005, which is one of the best theater companies of avant-garde in Italy, which is Teatro Valdocca, and I remembered a strange Silvia in that theater show. She had a giraffe head. A giraffe head. So she was naked and she was all painted in white, and she has a giraffe head. And I thought one day I dreamt like of her. I dreamt of the show, and I woke up and I said, "Who was that skinny body, white skinny body with the giraffe head?" And I went on internet, and it was Silvia Calderoni, so I immediately tried to contact her new theater company and went to see her. Silvia is very tall. She's taller than Vincent Gallo, and that was one of the things I was afraid, and I made it work a little bit, and also let's say that Silvia, we didn't rehearse with her. I just told her, even here it was like kind of a bet. I just told her, don't think about anything. You're always in your thing. Sylvia helps. She's DJing live. She works for theater and she does DJs at night. So she's electronic DJ. And so I just say, do your thing. You're doing it at night. And also there I hoped. I said, let's hope we're gonna work because I'm telling her to do this all through the movie. And actually, we didn't. We had not time to rehearse. We went to Sardinia 2 days before. Vincent went 1 day before, and we should have shot 4 weeks, but then we shot 3 weeks and 2 days. And Sylvia was a bet, but I'm very happy. Actually, I'm very lucky. I'm very happy because I think that the fact that she's so androgynous, that she's a female, I think it works very well. Yeah.
I was wondering if you think that the story of Kaspar Hauser has a special relevance for today. I actually thought, for me, one of the things that struck me is the whole idea of her coming out of the sea, and in Italy now with immigration and illegal people coming into the country from the sea. I'm wondering if there's any resonance for that.
Well, it has, let's say, there's a political resonance in the sense that the foreigner, let's say the new man, the foreigner doesn't come by the sea, by the sky, comes from the water. So in the sense, he has a sense with immigration. Then Kaspar Hauser, for me, it's very modern in the sense that after Beckett, I wanted to take Kaspar Hauser since there is a lot of confusion going on everywhere in the world, and society are a bit messy. And so messy in the sense, let's say that we go by the day and everybody has to, let's say, fight for himself to go through the day, and there is no perspective anymore. So nothing makes much sense. And in that's why I wanted to take the tale of Kaspar Hauser. The real story is Kaspar Hauser came up from nowhere, let's say, at the age of 18 in Nuremberg in Germany, and he was taking like an elephant man, and at 20 he was stabbed, he didn't die, and then they killed him at 21. In those 3 years, all the rich aristocracy and bourgeoisie of Germany tried to give him a culture, and actually they killed him because since he's been staying for 18 years underneath the earth in total darkness, his nervous system was not able to take all this. So actually society did a total nonsense on him, thinking they were doing good. They even killed him before they stabbed him.
Time for a couple more, all the way in the back. It's easier if you ask it in English. Questions about the character of the priest. This viewer is saying that he seems in a way perhaps more normal than the other characters.
Well, the priest is like the one who gives the details of the tale. And let's say he has, and the monologue in the middle of the movie is the heart, is a Vedantic monologue. And
it's a quote from...
I didn't write the monologue. I asked a famous writer in Italy, Giuseppe Genna, to write, and I asked him to write. I want him to be a Vedantic priest. Yeah, and so he's what can I say? He seems normal, but in fact he's the one who is giving us, to the public, some elements. Yeah.
Sir, one more question? How did Vincent Gallo get involved?
Vincent Gallo got involved 3 years before the shooting through a French director I know, and he watched the other movie, and then he said, Vincent Gallo, he's I don't know, in the sense that he makes very precise choices. So with me, he was very fast and very direct, in the sense that he said, give me the work, let's talk about the contract, and give me the work. Let's do the 2 things. So he said, let's do it, no problem, and he was very available, very generous on set, so I think he liked the movie before, and he liked the screenplay. Yeah.
And has he seen the film?
Yes, he's seen, but I don't want to talk about it.
And will the track be available on CD?
It will be available, but since Vitalik is going out with the new record next month, Vitalik, how can I say, there is big, the fan of Vitalik have been waiting for the new record for the last 3 years. Yeah. So it's coming out this summer, and Vitalik doesn't want the soundtrack to come out while the new album comes out, because he said, I need a big time now to make the album sell, and then we're going to do afterward the soundtrack.
So we can look forward to it.
Yeah, I look forward, but with the times he has, it's going to be in a couple of years.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, Davide, thank you so much for the film and for coming to New York. Thank you as well.